Welcome back guys. In this video I'll be using the 7th preview build of Lukefz Uniscaler FSR 3 frame generation mod in The Last of Us in order to fix its broken official FSR 3 frame generation implementation. I tried using the older versions of this mod in this game. The game kept on crashing on my Steam Deck and Rog Ally. I think it was something to do with Radeon GPU. This problem is not present in the previous 7th build. This is its update log. Here's the best part. Intel's upscaler XeSS has been updated to the latest version, that is 1.3.0. From what I have seen so far, XeSS produces slightly better looking upscale images than FSR 3, but it does come with a slightly higher performance overhead than FSR 3. I'll try to demonstrate the difference between XeSS and FSR 3 upscalers in this video. You need to subscribe to Lukefz's Patreon in order to gain access to their Discord server where the mod files are present. Their monthly Patreon subscription costs around $6 in order to download the mod. And just open their Discord server. Here it is. Then click on mod releases under mods. Then click on preview Uniscaler. Here look for preview 5 builds update log. There it is. Then click on this link mods.lukefz.xyz. Then click on login using Patreon. Need to sign into your Patreon account. Give the permission, allow. Expand Uniscaler downloads. Expand latest version, preview 7. First download common mod files. Then you need to download Uniscaler. First I'll be running the game on my Rog Ally. I have the Z1 Extreme variant of this device. I am using BIOS version 337. Install the latest stable GPU drive from AMD Adrenaline version 24.3.1. For this game I have set the UMA buffer size to 6 GB. Using a 25 watts manual profile, all 3 power values set at 25 watts. 720p resolution, CPU boost disabled as always. These are the 2 files that I just downloaded before installing the mod. I'll just run the vanilla version of the game to give you an idea about the broken FSR 3 frame generation implementation. In this Last of Us, I have connected my GuliKit KK3 Max gamepad to Ally via Bluetooth mode. Adrenaline settings, FreeSync enable, anti-lag setting enable. Display settings. In order to increase the stress on the processor, I am using FSR 3 native anti-aliasing, not using FSR 3 upscaler. Frame generation enabled. Motion blur disabled. 720p resolution. I'm using the low preset. This is downtown outskirts area. Here we are hitting the GPU bottleneck. FPS counter shows that game is running at 70 FPS, but you can see how sluggish the gameplay is. Almost as if the base FPS is around 35 to 40. Camera feels so heavy. Now I'll be showing you how to install Lukefz mod. We'll be checking the performance in the same area with the mod installed. And FSR 3 frame generation is working properly. Extract the contents of common mod files archive file. Double click. Select all of the files and folders here. Copy. Go back. Paste them here. Now extract the contents of Uniscaler archive file. Just one file. Select. Copy. Go back. Paste it here. The nvngx.dll file has been moved to the stub_nvngx folder now. This file is required when you are switching to DLSS on PCs that don't have an RTX based GPU. Not required in this game. Go back. Select all of the files and folders except for uniscaler.zip, uniscalercommon.zip and stub_nvngx folder. Copy. Paste them in the game's install directory. This is the directory where the game's exe file is present. Need to paste the files and folders here like this. Now when you run the game for the first time with the mod installed, a TUML file will be generated. Using this file we will be switching from FSR 3 upscaler to XeSS. XeSS works on any GPU, whether it's from Intel, Nvidia or AMD. It does not matter. Just launch the game. Black window with some logs indicate that the mod is working. When the menu loads up, we'll quit the game. We are in quit to desktop. Go back to the game's install directory where you pasted the mod files. Here look for a uniscaler.config.tml file. There it is at the end. Open it using any text editor. Upscaler is set to FSR3 by default. If your PC has an RTX based GPU, you can use DLSS. XeSS can be used on any GPU. So I'll just change the value from FSR3 to XeSS. Click on File, click on Save. If you set Disable Frame Generation to True, frame generation component of FSR3 won't work. Close the file. The DLL files corresponding to different upscalers are present in the Uniscaler folder. Just show you the version of XeSS, us.lib xess.dll file. Right click, Properties. Click on Details. This is the version 1.3.0.28. Launch the game. I'm using the same settings as before, 720p resolution, FSR3 native anti-aliasing to stress the GPU, frame generation enabled, low settings. There is 12. We are getting around 65 FPS and now the game is running smoothly. Frame generation is definitely working. I hope it's observable. Big improvement in terms of performance with Lukefz mod. That sluggishness is gone. Best part is game's interface is not flickering. No crashing issue is present. In order to improve the game's performance, you just use the FSR3 upscaler component. XeSS will get activated. I'll do it now. Display settings. Disable FSR3 anti-aliasing. Scaling mode set to FSR3 super resolution quality preset. Apply changes. Observe the FPS counter. Yeah, FPS increase up to 90. Game is running smoothly. Just show you some combat. This is an empty area. Load the next sequence. There's Joel. Check out the input response. Controls are responsive. No problem with input delay. Take out this guy. I'll use my weapons. Reload. It's a very smooth experience, guys. We are getting around 100 FPS. Oh no, my character was reloading his gun. Image quality is looking crisp. Got shot. Back this guy. One more remaining. There he is. Reload again. (95 to 100 FPS). I cleared the area. Now guys, just try to observe the railing grill here, the fine lines. I'll be switching to FSR3 after this. Upscalers often struggle to render the fine lines properly. We are getting around 103 to 5 FPS in this sequence. I'll switch to FSR3 now. Just need to open the mod's .toml file present in the game's installed directory. Change upscaler value from XeSS to FSR3. Click on File, click on Save. Launch the game. Using the same settings as before, I'll load the same sequence. There is Joel. The mod will use the upscaler that we specify in the mod's .toml file irrespective of the upscaler selected in the game settings. Okay, try to observe the railing now. When I move the camera around, you can see the flickering of textures. Fine lines are not rendered properly. I hope it's observable. Recording the game using my mobile phone's camera. Big difference in terms of quality between FSR3 and XeSS. But we are getting a higher FPS, close to 120. with XeSS enabled. Here FPS was around 105. Image looks decent when I don't move the camera around, but when I move the camera, shimmering of textures occur. The fine lines are not rendered properly. Common problem with FSR3 upscaler. Now I'll be running the game on my Steam Deck. Show you the mod setup process. First I'll run the vanilla version of the game. I'm using Proton Experimental as the compatibility layer. My Steam Deck is running on stable SteamOS version 3.5.17. Game is installed on Steam Deck's internal SSD. Performance tab, overlay level set to 3, FPS uncapped, frame rate limit set to off, allow tearing setting enabled. I have the LCD variant of Steam Deck. I have overclocked its display to around 70 Hz. Refresh it. Display settings 800p resolution. FSR3 enabled, super resolution using its balance preset. Frame generation on. Using the low preset with motion blur disabled. Game load up. Here you can see it's running in a sluggish manner. FSR3 frame generation is not working properly. The interpolated frames are causing the game to run in a sluggish manner. This is not 70 FPS. Camera feels so heavy, oh my god. Observe the railing. You can see the shimmering of textures when I move the camera around. Now I'll install the mod. This is SteamOS running in desktop mode. I have already extracted the contents of Uniscaler common mod files and Uniscaler archive files. And just select Uniscaler folder, winmm.ini, winmm.dll and uniscaler.asi files. Copy them. Open the game's install directory. Select the game in your Steam library. Right click, manage, browse local files. This is the game's install directory. Where the game's exe file is present, need to paste the mod files here. Paste 4 items. Done. Now you need to add a launch option to the game in order to get the mod working. Select the game in your Steam library. Click on the settings cog here. Close the prompt. Properties. Under launch options, just type this line of text. I'll provide it in the description of this video. You can copy it from there and paste it here. Using Proton Experimental as the compatibility layer, I'll generate the mod's TML file. Just launch the game. Black window with some logs will pop up indicating that the mod is working. There you go. Game should not crash. We are in. Quit to library. Go back to the game's install directory where you pasted the mod files. Here look for a TUML file. There it is, uniscaler config.tml. Open it and just double click. Upscaler value set to FSR3. Change it to XeSS. Click on the save button here, floppy icon. Close the file. Switch to Steam gaming mode. Launch the game. Still using the same settings. 800p resolution. FSR3 super resolution enabled. Balance preset. Frame generation enabled. VSync disabled. Low preset. There's 12. Now the game is running way better than before. It's still not as good as real 60 FPS, but definitely better than before. Engage in combat. Use my gun. Mod definitely works on SteamOS. Best part is you can use the mod to enable XeSS latest version 1.3. guy was behind me. I was looking for him. Oh, he's still alive? Not anymore. Where's this last guy? I think my teammates killed him. Oh, there he is. Finally, observe the railing. Again, the fine lines are rendered properly using XeSS. So that's it with the video, guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.